Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at welcome back to Fiesta Wararapa Pinoy Radio. We are on segment 3 na entitled Pukaw Pinoy, Uplifting Filipino Lives in Aotearoa. So for the month of July po, meron po tayo, sunod-sunod po yung mga magiging guest po natin. So starting today, meron tayong isang on-studio guest na i-introduce ko sa inyo maya-maya. Pero we will just give you a brief around our new segment. Itong segment po na ito is dedicated to get special guests or VIPs po natin to explain some bits and pieces that it's quite important para sa mga Pinoy. Lalo na sa yung mga bagong dating. So, ang topic po ngayong araw na to, na iso-spotlight ko baga kung sa segment ko pa to, is about life insurances. Gaano ba talaga kahalaga ang merong life insurance? Especially doon sa mga work visa holders po nating mga kababayan. So to start with, ipapakilala ko po yung guest natin sa studio with her over 13 years of experience in the financial service industry, starting in the Philippines as an insurance advisor and investment consultant. She has built a career dedicated to helping people making smarter, more informed decisions about their money and future. Originally trained as a licensed electronics communications engineer, though she jokes that she never quite transmitted, quote-unquote, that career path, she found her true calling in finance. Her journey began in the Philippines, where she spent more than a decade guiding clients through life insurance, investment planning, and wealth protection strategies. Now based in New Zealand, here in Macedon, she has recently earned her Licensed Financial Advisor or FA status, officially regulated under the Financial Markets Authority or FMA. This milestone reflects her commitment to providing professional, ethical, and client-centered advice tailored to individual goals and life stages. Beyond finance, she is happily married to husband Joven, her partner in life and business, and together they are raising three wonderful daughters. Balancing family life with her passion for financial empowerment, she brings the same care and dedication she has for her children into every client relationship. She brings warmth, clarity, and results-driven approach in every consultation. Whether you're looking to protect your family, plan for retirement, or grow your investment wisely, she's passionate about making finance feel simple and even enjoyable. When she's not busy geeking out over policies and portfolios, she's probably laughing at how far she has come from her engineering days or juggling the beautiful chaos of life as a mom of 3. Ang guest po natin ay walang iba from Masterton, Pride of Masterton, na si Miss Jemima Panisan. Hello. hello, Mike.
Kaya, a good evening. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, just say something.
Yeah, magandang gabi sa lahat. And then, yeah, I'd like to clarify that though I was a financial advisor in the Philippines way back 13 way back a year ago for 13 years. Nagko-cover ako ng investment at saka life doon. But here in New Zealand, I can only advise to a client through life and health and disability.
Okay.
So,
Teka, sandali lang, Maya. Putol ka kasi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so urong ka dito
dito?
konti. Dito, move ka konti dito. Yan.
Okay.
Para
Ito
makita
ba?
ka. Yan,
okay.
tingnan natin. Baka doon naman ikaw maputol sa kabilang camera. Sandali. Okay, move ko na lang ito para mas maganda. At kitang-kita tayong dalawa. Kasi dalawa lang naman tayo dito eh. So, thank you for that. Pasensya na disturbo ka sa setup. Pero ito, gaya ng sabi ko mga kababayan, Jemima is a practicing financial advisor here in New Zealand. So, ako yung magtatanong and then she will, yung mga common questions ninyo, I will ask her and then she will explain those important things para So, makinig po kayo. So, ang first question po for Jemima is, why is life insurance especially important for Filipino families living in New Zealand?
Okay. Kasi po, kuya, what I have observed here, Filipinos are very hardworking. Literal talaga, no? They are very hardworking. So, we work hard to build a better life, not just for ourselves, but for our families as well, both here and back home in the Philippines. We are so focused, kung titingnan mo yung mga Filipino, they are so focused to have a financial stability, to reach their goals, and even strive hard to give our loved ones a brighter future. But in the middle of that hard work, along that way, sometimes we forget that life comes with risk.
Okay.
Yeah, risk that could change everything in an instant. Let's look at an example. Imagine an individual earning an income and others rely on that income. Now, if that person passes away or, halimbawa, nagkasakit siya, no? That income na ginagamit to support the family, of course, it will stop. Without it, family's way of living may change and their goals may be put on hold, and even yung legacy nila could be at risk. Yung mga pinaghirapan nila could be affected as well. So, ano bang trabaho ng life insurance doon? Life insurance is a safety net. That's why we have that actually, because hindi natin ma-predict kung ano yung tomorrow, or in the middle of that hard work, we cannot predict.
Yeah.
So, life insurance is a safety net and to help make sure that your family is still financially supported even if you're no longer around. Or it can also not just only financially support your family. It can also be a protection sa legacy mo at sa lahat ng pinaghirapan mo, so that yung pinaghirapan mo, you can really pass it on to your children and to your loved ones. And with that, you can truly achieve yung financial stability na yun, you've always aimed for, with a peace of mind. Yeah, that's why life insurance is important.
Okay. So, what about yung mga sabihin natin, yung mga kababayan natin na stay-at-home parents? Yung walang trabaho ba? Yung mga unemployed or... Kasi alam ko, karamihan naman ng mga kababayan natin, worker.
Yeah.
So, meron talagang steady na income pumapasok. But we also have stay-at-home parents as well as business owners. So, gaano pa siya ka-importante for those type of people?
Kasi yung stay-at-home parents, typically they don't really have, traditionally they don't really have that income. Pero yung ginagawa nila, yung trabaho nila has a financial value.
Okay.
Kasi pag wala yun yung to take care of your child or yung mga anak natin. Yeah, possibly kung i-replace mo yun na responsibilities, it needs money. Yeah, sure. That's why they also need a life insurance cover. When it comes to business owner naman, kasi usually yung business nagre-rely sa skills ng business owner. Yeah, so pag wala yun, at least they have the fund para ma-replace yung family nila. They can hire for a key employee para diba to continue run the business.
Okay. So, or anong ibig sabihin ng yun nga. So, to help cover for the loss of key employees.
Yeah, key employees.
Yeah. So, para
they can use the fund
Yeah. What about
hire.
What about yung importance ng mga taong may mortgage at saka any other assets like an investment, other properties, especially yung andito, yung nakabili ng mga bahay, at saka yung may mga properties din sa Pinas.
If you have mortgage kasi kuya, and that mortgage is not covered with your life insurance, posible kasi pag mawala yung income mo, posible yung repayments ng mortgage, it could be a challenge to those na pamilya mo na naiwan. So others might, along with my experience kuya, nakikita ko talaga na some of the houses or yung nabili nila or pinaghirapan nila na nabibenta di ba?
Napipilitang ibenta o
nareremata. Yan, nareremata. It could be
Mm.
like that. So, yan, ang purpose kasi ng life insurance, if you have that and then kinover mo yung mortgage mo, so if something happened to that person, ma-pay off yung mortgage.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, ibig sabihin, pag may life insurance ka at may nangyari sa'yo, at least hindi kailangan ng pamilya mo ibenta yung mga assets o yung investments mo. So, yun yung importante.
At saka yung asset at saka investment mo, mapapas mo talaga, maipapasa mo sa pamilya mo.
Yeah.
Di ba yun naman yun talaga the reason why you have that.
Oh, yeah. Importante yun. Importante. Kasi may mga assets din kami sa Pilipinas, tapos may plano pa akong umutang doon.
Yeah, so, kailangan
bili na naman ng bahay doon. Doon na lang mag-invest kasi ang mamahal mag-invest dito eh. Anyway, so, paano ba yung no? So, the next question would be is, what do you think is the right life insurance coverage? Ano yung tama na sakto? So, ako alam ko may idea na rin ako about life insurance kasi meron ako eh. Pero kung paano mo i-match o ano ba talaga paano mo i-set up yung tamang life or trauma insurance cover?
Having a life and trauma insurance is a good start na talaga.
Okay.
But having the right amount of cover is what truly protects your loved ones. Kasi if your cover is too low, it might not enough to pay off your debts or your cover daily living cost or even support your family's future goals. If it's too high naman po, you might end up paying for more than you need. Kasi di ba mas mataas yung insurance mo, mataas yung babayaran mo, tapos hindi mo pala kailangan yung iba na yun. So it could be like that, no? That's why it is really important to tailor your cover based on your income, your mortgage, your debts, your dependents, and your long-term plans. So, your family gets the right support when it matters most.
Okay. So, halimbawa yan, so pag set up na yan, kasi, syempre, pwede naman tayo mag-claim ng insurance, claim ng insurance, mag-apply for insurance sa bangko directly.
Yes po.
So, ito plug-in lang ito. So, how important it is to have a financial advisor?
Kasi when there's a financial advisor, we are trained We are trained to, and we are, let's say, pinag-aralan namin yan, kuya, no? Na yung advice talaga namin, matitailor talaga sa needs ng
bawat isa.
Yeah. So, yung circumstances. So, kailangan talaga, if you have that advisor, kailangan talagang pipili ka ng advisor na alam mo talaga, no, concerned siya ba? At saka, alam mo talaga kung, naiintindihan ka talaga. It's yung advisor na it takes time to listen and to understand where you're coming from. So, parang importante talaga yan.
Okay. Tapos pangalawa, ang maganda ng merong financial advisor is libre siya.
Yeah, and then kung anong matutunan mo dun, dahil sa experience niya, no? Posible kasi yan. So, sa'yo na yun. Okay. Parang it's an advantage.
Okay.
Tapos, pag kasi, if you have a financial advisor, you can call the advisor anytime. Pero pag sa bangko kasi, you have to wait for, di ba?
May 800
may oras
number.
But you have to, if my personal advisor ka talaga, you can call or you can text like 9 in the evening or, di ba? It's if you really have a concern.
Yeah. Yan ang maganda pag may financial advisor. Gaya ng mga sabi ko in our previous show naman, katulad sa mga immigration, kumuha ng advisor. Yun nga lang, immigration advisors, may bayad yun.
Yeah.
Pero meron naman ding mga iba na may mga free services, katulad ng Community Law Center, Citizens Advice Bureau, yung mga exemption rule na immigrations. On the other hand, pagdating naman sa insurance or any form of finances like banking, investments and stuff, or mortgage and tawag nito, KiwiSaver, dapat financial advisor din. Kasi libre naman eh.
Yeah, and then, kuya, sa experience ko po, if you have a financial advisor, during sa claim, may ano ka talaga eh. Parang may assistance ka, may help ka talaga.
May gumagalaw para sa'yo.
Gumaguide para sa'yo. Not just giving you documents, okay, ito. But there's really a help from your advisor.
So, talking about help, ito magandang tanong. How does life insurance help Filipino families planning to return to the Philippines in the future?
Yeah.
So, yung mga may plano mag-retiro doon ba?
Yeah.
So, anong magandang sagot dyan?
Wait.
Sige, hanapin mo lang. Walang problema yan.
Kasi life insurance gives you a peace of mind eh. Even though you plan to move back to the Philippines one day, and having a life cover here in New Zealand means your family can still receive financial support. However, it is also important to understand visa and extraterritorial exclusion, especially if you are not a permanent resident or citizen. What does it mean? Territorial exclusion kasi kuya. If you're away from New Zealand for more than 3 months, your insurance may not pay out a claim. Or if you say visa exclusion means if your visa has expired and something happens while you're no longer legally in the country, a claim may also be declined. So it is really important to talk to your advisor and check how these exclusions apply to your policy. Kaya importante yun.
Okay, so
at hindi yun na-explain.
Ito insurance sa Pilipinas, insurance sa New Zealand.
Yes po.
So,
pero pag permanent naman po kayo or citizen, wala naman pong
exclusion na.
Only sa mga working visa.
Naka-working visa lang. So, halimbawa, ito, baliktarin natin. Ito, wala ito sa kodigo mo, sigurado ako. Kung baliktarin natin na ako, New Zealand citizen ako. Okay. I do have Filipino citizenship as well. Dual kasi ako. So, kung halimbawa mag-a-apply ako ngayon ng insurance ko sa Pilipinas, pwede ko yun ma-claim dito?
Yes po. You can claim actually. Kung meron ka, I have personal insurance in the Philippines. So, kung anong mangyayari dito sa akin, still I am covered.
Okay. Kasi the reason why I asked that in reverse, kasi ito yung nauuso ngayon sa Facebook. Ang dami ngayon yung tinatawag nila sa pag-ibig, ano ngayon? Pag-ibig P2 na maraming ng membership nila tapos nagbabayad. Ang nire-recommenda nga 1 year yung babayaran mo para as OFW, 1 year na yung babayaran mo as an investment. Pero kung halimbawa nagbayad ka nga pero nag-lapse siya kasi namatay ka. So walang maka-claim nung pag-ibig mo ngayon.
Yeah, because it's investment, no? Iba yun.
Iba.
Beneficiary yun.
No, yun nga, that's the challenge. So pero even though insured ko, halimbawa insured ka sa New Zealand, hindi din. Kasi ang labas na, hindi mo talaga ma-claim pala yung investment na yun, no?
Okay. Kung sa Pilipinas po, as long as doon ka nagpa-insured, doon so, meaning hindi ka dito nagpa-insured kapag pagkuha mo nun, doon ka talaga kumuha, then pumunta ka dito, it's okay. Walang problema yun. And even though here, kung dito ka talaga nagpa-insure tapos umuwi ka ng Pilipinas, residente ka, or permanent resident ka or citizen ka, wala ding problema yun as long as you're paying. But when it comes to investment, I cannot give investment here. But kung nandun sa Pilipinas, kung may investment ka doon, wala kasing nakalagay doon na beneficiary mo eh. So, yung sa investment doon, yung ear mo lang talaga kung sino.
Sino yung immediate family kumbaga.
Yeah, immediate family mo. So, you can claim that one, pero marami pang proseso.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, kasi speaking of claiming, so, saka lang natin itanong yun. Alam ko kasi, when we talk about beneficiaries, meron pang isang dokumento na very important din, pero hindi muna natin tatalakayin yun. Anuin mo muna natin yung tanong, especially those sa mga work visa holders nating mga kababayan. Kasi karamihan dito, hindi na kumukuha ng insurance dito sa New Zealand dahil nga may OWA na.
Yeah.
No, may OWA na sila eh. So, yun yung iniisip nila, may insurance naman kami sa OWA. Pero hindi, kasi meron pa talaga, it's really important din sila nga, naobliga sila pag kumuha sila ng sasakyan, lalo na pag inuutang nila, di ba? Pag inuutang mo yung sasakyan dito sa New Zealand, pinapa-insure ka talaga nung nagpapautang sa'yo. Buhay mo na nga yan eh. Dapat meron ding insurance yung buhay mo. So that's the point of analogy. Ang gusto ko lang malaman is, ano yung mga common mistakes ng mga Pinoy regarding insurance dito sa New Zealand?
May kudigo talaga.
Yeah.
Okay, ang unang mistake talaga, yeah, that's really true, no? May OWA naman, may help naman from other. The question there is how much? Is your cover sufficient enough to cover your mortgage, to cover the living cost? Yung income mo ba, enough ba yun? Enough ba yun to sustain your family kung wala ka na? Like that, no? So, the very common mistake of a Filipino talaga is not really understanding the policy cover. Kasi, if you're not gonna, not understanding your policy or your benefits, you might end up a wrong type of cover, or pwede hindi sufficient yung cover mo. At saka, and only to find out later that certain illness or benefits hindi pala siya included doon. So,
doon sa dapat
naiintindihan talaga yung coverage or yung benefits na meron ka.
So yung sa mga work visa holder, just going back, so common mistakes is isa sa mga requirement yata is na nire-require ng polo is dapat may insurance ka talaga. Hindi lang yung sa OWA, pero yung talagang may insurance ka dito. I think it was for repatriation purposes. So, kailangan mo may insurance. So, isa yun sa mga common mistakes na nagpapa-insure lang sila para ma-meet lang yung polo requirement. Isa yun.
And they will end up like giving up the insurance cover because na-meet na nila eh. So, they will end up giving up that one.
So, kumukuha lang sila nun at first, tapos ika-cancel nila pagkatapos.
At saka iba, nami-meet ko talaga or na-encounter ko talaga na they have a wrong type of cover. Tapos, yun, parang minamadali ba? So, for me kasi, when you set up a life insurance, hindi naman yun mamadaliin eh. Dapat nati-tailor talaga yun sa sa needs mo at saka sa circumstances mo.
So yung mga beneficiary, so ito kasi automatic kung hindi ka mag-name ng beneficiary doon sa insurance mo, may automatic ba siya?
Okay. Some policies don't have a beneficiary kuya. Some policies, other providers merong mga beneficiary pero iba din wala, no? So, if you don't have that beneficiary, hindi yun automatically nabibigay sa beneficiary mo the proceeds from the life insurance. Unless it's stated in the will.
Okay, so yun yung pag-uusapan natin next. Pero before tayo go into that, kasi may dalawang topic pa akong gustong ibukas na para makakuha tayo ng magandang input sa'yo. We'll pause for a music break muna para